What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales of the Rays video. This is gonna be kind of weird because this is coming out much after my summon video, and the only reason because of that is and I mentioned this in my summon video, is that they posted two of the Mirrage art videos. So they posted Mao and Eugene's on time, at like 11 o'clock last night for me. But then they didn't post Annie's and Hilda's seasonal videos until like 4 or 5 in the morning, which I had already been done with the event and gone to sleep by then. So I didn't make this, so I'm not going to be able to make my order of what I want to pull because I already did my pulls. Now, I'll also go ahead and say I got lucky. So after I was done, I went and did the event. After the event, I grabbed all the tickets from there. One of those tickets actually gave me Eugene's Mirrage art, which was very nice to have, which it always works out this way. Most of the tickets will give me weapons for one character, but then I'll get the Mirrage art for the other character. So most of the weapons I pulled from those tickets were for Mao, including most of the 4 stars. And then the Mirrage art is obviously for Eugene. So that's usually how my luck works. Also, since I was going to have a little bit extra mirror gems, I decided to do the discounted single on the banner, and I actually got Hilda's seasonal from that single. So we walked away still looking pretty. I was pretty salty after my video, but after that I was like, okay, this completely turned it way around. I'm good with this. Obviously, I would have preferred Annie's over Hilda's, just preference-wise, but Hilda's still great. And Eugene will be great once I can, I guess, work on all his stuff. But anyways, we're going to hop into these, and we'll just kind of see how they are. So I think the first one should be, I think it's Annie's, I believe. Anyways, we're about to see, so let's hop into this. Let me know if you guys did any pulls, what you got, and let me know which Mirrage art is your favorite. So let's go ahead and look at this. So that's really cool. So hers is a heal of kinds. And it looks like it's also a buff. So you can see there that magic gets put up. So obviously her thing isn't going to be useful for a rebirth-centric team because 2 of your 5 rebirth characters, and you'll have to have one of them on your team since, you need 4 people on the team if you're running full rebirth, are melee-based. Eugene and Vague are both melee-based units, whereas Mao, Annie, and Hilda are magic. So those 3 will benefit from that. But obviously, if you're running a melee character, that's not really going to help out too much for magic-wise. But I want to look at that one more time. Okay, yeah, so it's still like a... So it looked like it was like a 30% heal. So that's not bad. 30% heal plus you get that boost to magic. So that's pretty nice. I'd say that's probably one of the more useful support Mirrage arts we've gotten in a good while. So I really do like that. I would have liked to have pulled it. I'm sure it'll come back around sometime. Maybe when Vague gets his overray and they do like a rebirth banner for that maybe. But very nice. So let's move on to Hilda's. Let's see what Hilda does. And I've actually used it. It's actually pretty nice. So you get movement speed up as well. So hers is also kind of support, but it also does damage. So that's pretty. Let's actually look at that again. Let's look at the damage more. So yeah, it's pretty, and it's really cool. They have the remixed rebirth music on both their Mirrage arts for the thing. What did I want? So I have this Mirrage art at like, I don't want to say max level, but essentially when you have it leveled up fully on an actual leveled character, because obviously they use level 1 characters for these previews, that's why their stats are so low, but my Hilda's like level 62 or something, so when she uses it, it still does like 15,000 damage with 100%, probably like 150% multiplier to the Mirrage gauge, so... it's not bad for something that does damage and also gives you some kind of support buff. So that's pretty nice. Because a lot of the damaging Mirrage arts we've been getting lately leave an ailment on the enemies, but this is the first one in a good while where it's actually just a buff to your character. So that's pretty nice. So let's move on to the next one. I believe this is Mao's. Or it might be Eugene's. Okay, it's Eugene's. So very, very simple. You know, it's just a regular damaging Mirrage art. There's nothing really too fancy about it, which is usually the case with a lot of regular Mirrage arts that first come out for a character. But what's kind of nice about it is if you do have the enemies kind of grouped up in a pile, it is going to hit them all. Let's look at that one more time. So yeah, all the ones were grouped. You can see all the damage right there. So definitely something you don't want to use if all the enemies are kind of spread out. You kind of want to get them together first. It's probably one of those Mirrage arts, like if you're running a 4-enemy stage where you fight 4 waves of enemies, probably right when that 4th wave starts if you want to try and do some damage immediately, because the enemies tend to be stuck together right when the fight starts. So if you can hit that right when it starts, you'll probably get them all together. So that's definitely a good mirror, which I have, so I got that Mirrage art, so I'm happy with that. I do need gear for him, though, because I've got 3 stars and 1 4. I don't think I didn't pull any of his 4 stars. So what I'll probably end up doing is buying just 1 copy of each of his 4 stars from the, well, 2, because there's only 2, from the Prism shop, just so I can have it. And last but definitely not least, let's look at Mao's right here. So kind of in a similar fashion as Eugene's, you kind of have to have the enemies grouped up beforehand. It's not something you can kind of just hope that they'll all get stuck together. I mean, you can hope, I guess, if you just want to use it randomly. But as you can see here, it's mostly dependent on the enemies he's comboing with melee right there. And then it turns into the whole fire thing. So Mao and Eugene have a similar kind of theme to theirs. So I don't know whose is. I'd say Eugene's is probably better because it seems like since he does the whole energy blast thing, I feel like it has more range, whereas Mao's is kind of like melee into a very specific area. So I'd say for usability, I'd say the best one, Annie's is probably the best. Just because that magic up will be really, really handy. So Annie, I'm trying to decide whether Annie or Hilda is the best. Because obviously I'm biased because I pulled Hilda's. But yeah, I'd say Annie's probably the best, Hilda second. I would say Eugene third and Mao fourth. Which is fine because the regular Mirrage arts don't need to be super, you know, OP or anything. Because obviously Eugene and Mao will get seasonals at some point of their own. Which is probably when I'll go back to try and get Mao's stuff. Just because I don't want to go any deeper on this banner. Because Halloween's going to be coming around. And I definitely want to have stuff for Marta and Persea. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think of these Mirrage arts down below. Like I said, if you pulled any, let me know what you pulled. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.